Don't say nothing about this filter. Y'all know I got a chemical peel, so you're going to see this filter till my skin is healed. Okay, Nikki Haley. Hey, girl. Hey, fellow brown girl. Who said racism doesn't exist, but you've been cosplaying a white woman your whole life and actually brown. Anyway, old Nikki said that y'all gonna have to work till you 70 years old. Have y'all heard this? Girlfriend said Social Security ain't got the money. So we gonna need to change the retirement age to 70. Y'all need to work a little bit longer. Y'all need to work a little bit longer, a little bit harder to 70. You work till 70. Wanna know why she said it? She said it because there ain't no money for y'all. But this is what I want to know. How ain't no money, Nikki? Riddle us this. How ain't no money? Because Social Security is trust funds. So trust funds are monies that are withheld from an employee's check that are sent to the appropriate entities, i.e. Social Security, and put in a trust account, which means you don't touch it until you then give it to the beneficiary, right? That's what I thought trust funds were, right? So like me as an employer, when I withhold Social Security from my employee's payroll check, that's not, extra money I need to get to keep. No, that's money I got to go send in to Social Security, right? On behalf of my employee. So if it's trust funds, how the money ain't there? If it's been sitting there all this time building up, how the money ain't there? Cause y'all been using it for other stuff. Cause it's a Ponzi scheme, right? Even the dogs know. They co-sign their mama all the time. All the time. So the only way Ponzi schemes work, right? Because clearly it's a Ponzi scheme. The only way Ponzi schemes work is if you can constantly bring in new recruits, new people to bring in fresh money for the scheme, right? So that we can keep paying the people at the top. Well, the problem is these young children, they ain't working like that. They're like, y'all got me all the way effed up if you think I'm about to go work in some company and work 12 hours a day and then pay me barely nothing. I'll just go back home and live with my parents. I ain't doing that. This new generation has called BS on that lifestyle. They're like, nope, ain't doing it. And so they on Twitch, they on TikTok, they on Instagram, they on social media, they on YouTube, making money and are entrepreneurs and filing Schedule C's and writing everything off under the sun, which means they have a zero tax liability and they barely paying any payroll taxes in and self-employment tax at all. So then that jacks up the Ponzi scheme because we ain't got no fresh recruits paying in. But do we like fresh recruits? What about the 14 to 15 million people a year who pay into Social Security who can never draw on Social Security? What about them, Nikki? What about them? You know what I'm talking about. The folk who work here under a bad Social Security number, dogs. The folks who, they love to co-sign their mama. The folks who don't have a visa, the folks who don't have the proper paperwork that says they could work a Social Security number so they can work here legally and are working here undocumented under a bad Social Security number. And the IRS is in on this. They know it. They don't care. The IRS don't care. They don't care if your money is drug money. They don't care they don't care where your money come from as long as you pay tax on the income. They don't care about that criminal stuff. The IRS say if you make money here legally or illegally, you best pay taxes on it. Period. So much so they have a whole program called Tax ID program. I've talked about it before, where they issue these tax ID numbers to people who work under fake Social Security numbers for the sole purpose of allowing them to file their taxes. But we'll talk about that another day. So if you have 14 to 15 million, and that's a low estimate, people annually paying into Social Security every year who can never draw on the money, we should have a surplus, right? That's just math, right? Y'all, ain't that just math? The jig is up, okay? The Ponzi scheme is up. Y'all better find the people money. And like I have always told my mom, my uncles, everybody, when they were like, should we draw on Social Security earlier? Should we wait later? Get it now. Get it now. Because it may not be there when you want to draw on it later. Okay? Because the math ain't mathing. Cry before you bone.